afternoon. Welcome to Baba's Afternoon Cooking. I'm doing another segment because you all appreciated the Zolnik, the Vienno, the Turkish coffee. So today I'm doing manja. Manja is a stew. This stew is a rice with meatballs. That's my grandchildren's favorite, so I've invited them for lunch today, so that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So I'll put my coffee down. I've had coffee, so let's get to it. I've already chopped, this is cabanela pepper and an onion. I did a little bit of head work. So we put in the onion and we put in the pepper, is there. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt to it. Not too much because you can always add salt if you cannot take it out. Okay? So this one has to come down and caramelize. The onions will get nice and shiny and the pepper is looking soft. So we're going to put it on a low while we're doing other things. Now, this is our 1 pound of hamburger. And this is our onion for the hamburger. This is the Macedonian style hamburger. We always put onions in our hamburger. Sometimes I leave it out because some grandkids don't enjoy it. So the other seasonings now are, again, a little bit of salt. Always see how much you're putting in. If you take the box and throw it in, you absolutely have no idea and you don't want it salty. Lots of people are very careful with salt. So this is my homegrown mint from the backyard and it gives it a very good smell. And then we put black pepper and we'll put a teaspoon of paprika. And a teaspoon of flour, that's to keep the burgers together. Always put your dirty things in for washing to keep clean. Now, inside the burger, we also need an egg. That is also used to keep it together, okay? So now I'm going to wash my hands again because I've been handling a lot of things which are clean, but still, if I'm going to be mixing up with my hands, I've got to be extra careful. We don't want to get the family ill with germs. We'll turn our onions up a bit. I'm not hearing any sound. Ah, that's happening nicely here. There you go. Okay, and we are mixing them up nicely. We will have to get our hands in there, so don't be shy about getting your hands all with food. That's what cooking is, getting right in there. So once we get all the egg and everything in, we're going to start to make our little burgers. Now these are small enough that you can cook them for 10 minutes on one side at high broil and 10 minutes on the underside at broil and they're done. So this is a very fast meal for you. If you are working, this is a very quick meal and the kids will like it. To save time, you can have your onions chopped from the night before and parcel them nicely and put them in your fridge. Okay, so there's what it's looking like. Now we're going to put a little water. This is a roasting pan that came with my oven. I put a little water on the bottom because I don't want to get smoke coming out when the fat from the burgers goes in, okay? So we'll just, that looks good. Yeah, as you see, you need that little bit of flour to give it a consistency. So you just take a little pinch. Just a little pinch and you go round. Okay. Here's our burgers. Looking good. And let me give this a little bit of a stir. I'm just gonna put it on a little bit on a higher, because it's getting ready. Okay, now I put broil, the high, and start. Okay? So I'm gonna put it in my oven and try and remember to check in on them, okay? All right, here I am with my tomato sauce to put in, because that's what gives it a little bit of taste and also the color. Everything has caramelized, the onions are caramelized, the green peppers are nice and soft. So now we're going to add our black pepper, red pepper, and our tomato sauce. That looks good. So now you have a nice mixture in there, and we have to fill it up with water, because that's where we're putting our rice in. Remember I said we'd be cooking red rice? Yeah. This is the mixture that's going to make the rice red. Now, from cooking, you know exactly how much water you need, but I think it's 2 cups for 1 cup of rice. If I need more, I shall add it. Now, here's the one cup of rice is enough for 4 people. If you have more, you add a little each time. If you've got 8, well then it's 2 cups. Now, if you don't clean the rice, it's going to be sticky and mushy. So you pour your rice in a larger bowl and you clean it. You let water get in there, and as you stir it, it becomes mucky. So you pour that water out, you drain it, and then you do it again. And if you feel you want to do it once more, but this one's looking good for me, you just take the rice and put it inside your hot water. Now we put it on high to get it going. Now comes the tasting process. You always have to taste. If you don't taste it, it's not gonna taste good. Yep, a little bit of salt. I like it on the salty side, but I'm very, very careful because I realize people don't like too much salt. So we'll give it a little more. So now this is our rice getting ready. Put it down a little bit, and do you want to take a peek? And here's our burgers getting ready. Okay. So now we have the burgers getting ready, the rice getting ready. Now here are the little poopki, and we're bringing them out. Close your oven to keep it warm. And we have to turn them because it's on broil, so they're only getting heat on one side. So you want them fully cooked. It's very important to cook your meat through. They're always advising you on the television set, on radios, to cook your meat properly, and that's what I try to do. Keep it in the appropriate time when it's totally done. As you can see, the onions are sort of coming out in places, but that's okay. There's some inside too. Yeah. There we are. Now another 10 minutes, and then we're all set with the poopki. All right, now I'm going to check the meatballs and see what's happening in there, but I have a feeling they're ready. So I'm just going to turn it off so I can remember that. And here they are. Really smelling good. And I won't make you want to taste them, so I won't have one either, okay? Because if you're like me, you just love tasting food. All right, so now we're just going to plop them in the rice. A lot of their fat, this is extra lean, this meat anyway. A lot of their fat now is in the bottom pan, so we don't have to worry about fat in our food. Yeah, it dripped right through. If you want to save a few, if they're too many for you and save them for a later time, you don't put them in your manja. You put them aside in a dish, and you can have them with maybe French fries or a salad at another time. This manja is going to boil, I would say, see the rice? It's almost as big as it should be. You sort of have an eye for it. If you don't have an eye yet because you're young and you're just doing your cooking starting, you take one, let it cool off somewhere, and taste it. If it's the way you like to eat it, well then you stop it. If it's not the way you like to eat it, then let it boil a little. And don't forget, once you stop it, it's still going to cook for a few minutes. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just close to how you want it. So we'll just let it go for a little bit longer. Let me see this. Yep, that's it, just a little bit longer and we're set. Do you see how quickly this manja put together? You see that? The rice is almost popping apart, so I'm going to pull it off the heat and just let it sit. I'm not going to cover it because if you cover it, it keeps on cooking. You have to leave it open, okay? All right, so this is our lunch and it's ready. Now I've got my dish here. I'm ready to put my stew in there because my grandchildren arrived and they will be eating with me. I wish you could smell this. So delicious. And there you are. Thank you for being with me today in Afternoon with Baba, and I hope you enjoy your meal when you try it. And let me know how it comes out.